back to the votes
Hindi pa.
with coal.
Thank you.
Right? So,
Hawakan mo.
for every 1,000 megawatts, if we are running a coal plant, we need to spend $400 million a year importing coal. If it's gas, it's even more expensive, LNG. If it's nuclear, we are only talking of $20 to $30 million a year in terms of fuel. So we are talking of 10 times cheaper at the current prices of fossil fuels. When Russia invaded Ukraine, the price of coal jumped. In fact, Indonesia declared we will stop all exports of coal. What happened? Our leaders had to fly immediately to Indonesia and kneel in front of the Indonesian president, requesting him not to stop the export of coal because the entire economy of the Philippines would stop. Is that a nice
Dami nating coal.
I would rather be independent than dependent, right? Just a moment. So I'm telling you that now we are dependent on Indonesia for the coal supply. A Muslim country, right? For how much? Mali po si Doc Caloy kanina, sabi niya 50%. No sir, it's 65%. 65% imported coal. 20% malampaya gas, which paubos na. So, all incremental growth will come from imported LNG, which is more expensive than coal. Our total generating capacity of everything, geothermal, hydroelectric, coal, gas, everything, is 22,000, more or less, 22,000 megawatts. Sabi ni NEDA, now DepDev, we need to double or triple by 2040. So if we maintain the same percentages of energy sources in the doubling, that's around 17,500 megawatts of, again, fossil fuel, imported. LNG siguro, right? Or it can be nuclear. Therefore, I would like to tell all of you that a minimum aspiration for nuclear in the Philippines should be at least 16,000 megawatts of nuclear online before the end of 2045. Then we will feel it. $400 million per gigawatt, per 1,000 megawatts of importation of fossil fuels. You times 17 that. Ilang $billion a year yon. If it's nuclear, it's only $20 million a year. Coal plants last 30 years to 40 years. Wind and solar last 30 years. Nuclear lasts at least 80 years. US NRC is discussing if they're going to let it go beyond 100 years. We wasted so much time already. How many billions of US dollars na pinaghirapan ng ating mga kamag-anak to go abroad to earn the social cost of that over the decades? na pinambili lang natin ng gatong tapos sinunog natin instead of using it to buy scarce materials to build our country's infrastructure. We wasted all of that money. That is what drove Japan after the Fukushima incident, when they shut all their nuclear plants, to want to start them up again. Because without the rise of fossil fuel prices, it was $30 billion a year incremental fossil fuel importation by Japan. Nung sumipa ang presyo after Russia invaded Ukraine, it became 60 billion a year. Ilang taon na po? 15 years. So we're talking close to $1 trillion already of additional expense that Japan had to pay for. So lahat po ng kinita nila, ang malaking bahagi ng kinita nila sa exports nila, napunta sa pag-import sa Arabo ng fossil fuels. Ayaw po nila yan. Dapat ganun din tayo mag-isip. Ma'am, mura po ang nuclear. I will repeat, mura po ang nuclear. Wala na pong magiging mas mura pa dyan. Yes.
If I may add po again, ako po si Angel po, Mr. 7. 7.
The 7.
Para po mas magpakilala, I have a PhD in Nuclear Engineering and Management. I took it in University of Tokyo in Japan. I am currently a career scientist here in PNRI. Just to add po sa mga nabahagi po ni Kong Mark, from a data point of view, so if we're talking about cost, we should look at the whole lifetime of the power plant. So it's the technical term is levelized cost of electricity. So that's from building it until it's decommissioned. No, so totoo po na medyo mahal si nuclear power plant in the building stage. Pero when we consider the whole lifetime, mura na yung operation niya, very stable yung fuel prices niya. So in the long run, actually, kung titingnan natin yung LCOE, mas mura siya. So I just saw a very recent independent study, and I checked my electricity bill. Electricity bill ko is about 13 pesos yata per kilowatt hour. That recent study showed with nuclear, it can go down to about 4 pesos per kilowatt hour. So kababa, at least that's what the study says. So if we consider the whole lifetime. So yun po yung sobrang sayang sa Bataan Nuclear Power Plant. We've paid the billions at the upfront cost, but hindi natin nakuha yung lifetime benefit niya. Nawala. Nagbayad lang tayo, then wala.
Okay, we'll be having Sir Eric first.
Dagdagan ko lang no. Ma'am, si Friedrich Merz, the new Chancellor of Germany, and you know, Germany is the poster child of wind and solar, says that Germany closing nuclear was a big mistake. A recent statement of Merz. So, Germany is now undergoing the conversation, the debates on whether they should restart some of their nuclear. So, and Germany now has the most expensive power in Europe because of wind and solar. Because of the intermittency. Yung sinabi ni Congressman Tagoop, no? So, you have a solar farm giving you 15% capacity factor. It means 85% of the time you need something else. So you need to buy, and this is the Trojan horse that the big companies are using. They're pushing solar and wind hard because they know the dependency that will come, that they need to build gas plants. And that's the business they want to be in. So 85% running the gas plant to back up the solar. Now, on a very sunny day, they have to tenga the gas plant. They cannot shut it down. It has to be warm. It has to be ready to kick in. Who pays for the idling. Juan de la Cruz, is it the solar proponent? No. It is us that pays for the warming, for the idling of the gas plant. Who pays for the wages when they're not productive? We do. Ganon din sa wind. Kung minsan, ilang linggo walang hangin. Meron buwan na malakas talaga ang hangin, pero meron din buwan na as in walang hangin for weeks on end. So ganun po ang problema. Sana po makita nyo na it's not just the instantaneous cost of the energy, but it's the cost of the system, the cost of the workarounds, the expensive workarounds to make an unreliable power source reliable.
Quickly, no, dagdagan ko lang paliwanag. Mahaba kasi yung time na magpalit tayo ng fuel sa nuclear. Yung coal at saka yung coal na pinanggalingan ngayon ng mga ancillary natin kasi pinaka-reliable yung coal. Pero aside na dependent tayo sa Indonesia, volatile pa yung presyo niya. LNG, volatile. Pag nagkagulo doon, hindi maka-import, patay tayo. Mag-close yung mga factories natin. Maraming implication. Maliban doon sa cost na sinasabi ko, i-upgrade mo yung transmission, tapos hindi mo naman magamit yung buong 24 hours at saka yung buong capacity niya. Yan po yung mga implication niya.
Yes, let me add dun sa sinabi niya. Yung capacity factor ng nuclear, although it's 90%, 92%, it is 100% for 18 months. Then it shuts down for 3 weeks to refuel, and that's why it has an average capacity factor of 92. But in the time that it's running, it's close to 100%. And the outage is scheduled. It is not random. It is a scheduled outage. Right? Yung wind, although the average capacity factor is 35%, there are days where it's 0. Right? There are weeks when it's 0. Wala. As in, wala. Walang hangin. So you really need 2 power sources. So how can 2 plants be cheaper than 1 plant? It's nobody.
Okay.
Oligarchs lahat ang
Okay, we'll be having the next question.
Okay.
Hi,
Maraming salamat.
Mr. Name and organization.
Eric Raimundo Pole ng Bayanihan para sa Kalikasan. Okay, so nangyayari kasi may batas na tayo, no? So, pulisiya, may batas, nandiyan na yan. Ako po ay isang environmental practitioner and circular economy advocate, no? Yung waste kasi, sinabi ni Congressman, 95% sa Europe, 96% pa yung waste. Meron pang enerhiya. Sa circularity, kung mayroon tayong gagawin, pag-isipan natin, kung gagamitin natin yung waste using molten salt or yung mga technology na galing ako sa Fukushima, Renewable Energy Institute, doon ko nakita na yung mga tao hindi namatay sa nuclear, pero nakausap ko yung mga tao. It's a different thing, it's emotional. Ngayon, yung sa mga waste, you can still use that. Okay? Ngayon, yung France, meron silang yung sa reuse ng mga waste. Kung magkakaroon tayo ng program, dahil masyado tayong magagaling, at gagamitin natin yon, baka libre pa yung fuel natin, tapos tutulungan nila tayo, maraming green opportunities for everybody. Hindi natin kailangan pagtalunin ang RE, ang nuclear, wala tayo dapat pagtalunan. Kailangan lang natin dito. Ang tanong dito, mura ang hydro, mura ang geothermal, mura pa kuryente natin? Yun ang kailangan natin pag-usapan. Okay? Sa ibang bansa, pag nagkaroon sila ng project, sa Japan, meron silang technology sa hydro, okay, sa geothermal, sa resort. Yung kuryente sa onsen, bumabagsak lang yung thermal thermal enthalpy nung geothermal water para sa onsen. Tapos ginagamit nila yung kuryente, meron silang ranking cycle na ginagamit. Tapos libre yun sa resort, pati sa kapitbahay. That is the sharing economy, kasama sa circular economy. Ngayon dito sa atin, kung saan may kuryente, wala namang kuryente kapitbahay. Tsaka yung mga tao. Because sa renewable energy, silibis nilang yata kumita. Anyway. So, that's true. That's true. Maraming
true.
nangyayari dito.
Oo naman yun.
Diba? Paano kung isang tao, dalawang tao lang ang kumita?
Si Leandro.
Gusto natin na maayos to. Pero the point is, ang daming resources na 96% o 95%, 96% daw sabi ng Germany kasi former German scholar ako. Marami na rin nagkamali, pero ang tanong dito, may batas tayo. Okay? If we're going to think about circularity, gagamitin natin yon. Lahat tayo, I don't know, mamamatay din man tayo lahat eh. Diba? So, hindi natin alam, may batas na tayo. Whether we like it or not, step. So, baka pwede natin ipasok kasi nagtatalo na kayo dito. There is always a solution to a problem. Hindi pera ang problema natin. Ang dami nga nating pera, nandun lahat sa deep. Sorry.
Yes,
You don't have any question?
Yung question ko, yun. Can we think about, okay, yung technology na ma-utilize natin. Okay, kasi nandiyan na yung batas whether we like it or not. Can we utilize, okay, yung mga waste para hindi na tayo mag-generate ng new waste para naman hindi masayang at magkakaroon tayo ng collaboration sa mga nakakaintindi. Sa France, ginagawa na nila yun.
Alright, thank you very much.
If I may answer now. Sa ngayon pa lang, without reusing the waste, napakamura na ng nuclear. Sobrang mura ang nuclear. Imagine if you use it 20 times more. Yung pag-reuse ng France is just reprocessing. But I'm talking, when I say 20 times more, I'm talking of a different reactor, a fast reactor, right? That is not yet available, right? Yung sa France kasi, maybe you can use, you can multiply your utility maybe 1.5 times. But I'm talking 20 times for fuel and 200 times from the time you start with raw uranium, right? So, ibang animal po yan, no? I think we need to walk before we can run. So, let's build up our industry first, right? Uranium is so cheap. In fact, if we had run Bataan in 1986, ano na ba ngayon? 2026, ilang taon na ba?
Almost
40 years, right? 40 years times 20 is 800 years of almost free fuel for a Bataan-sized plant in the future. Is any of us gonna live 800 years? No.
No.
Right? But our descendants will be very thankful that we put it in a repository for future use. So yun po ang circularity. Maganda nga yung sinasabi mo, circularity, but the time scale is so long.
Haba pa. Mahaba proseso.
Napaka-abundant ng atomic energy, no, na it boggles the mind, really. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the insights. I'm JP Escultura, President of NPAP 4.0 Inc. At NPAP, we recognize that at the core foundation of a sustainable future is energy efficiency. Maybe we would like to check your thoughts on how energy efficiency intersects with your advocacy.
For me, more important than efficiency at the moment is reliability of supply and cheap price, especially the foreign exchange component of the price, right? Because we are dollar short, we have to send our population abroad to earn dollars for us to be able to do what we need to do to have an economy, to survive. So that is the number one for me, the balance of payments. Nuclear answers that question. I'll give you another example. So 50 Panamax size ships to support one BNPP size plant. That's 3 vessels a month floating in the West Philippine Sea. If we get into a conflict with the Chinese, ang dali tayong i-blockade, right? But if it's nuclear, the entire inventory for 18 months is inside the reactor. There's no ships on sailing towards us to supply us with fuel. It's there. In a single airplane, a single Cebu Pacific airplane, you can transport 5-6 years worth of fuel for multiple reactors. So on a national security point of view, we can unburden our Philippine Navy from defending us against blockade. Doon pa lang dapat magising-gising na tayo. Yes, you want the Chinese to dictate on us? China, pinakyaw nila ang LNG supply ng Qatar for 20 years. Kaya ba natin makipagkompetensya sa Japan, Korea, China, Europa sa supply ng LNG? Nasa likod tayo ng linya. Hindi tayo mayaman eh. Oh, dati, ahead tayo sa Vietnam. Right? Ngayon, they are at 68,000 megawatts. 3 times us. Greenpeace went there. They were gonna go nuclear. They destroyed the program. What happened to Vietnam? They used indigenous coal. Hindi naman sila nag-wind and solar. Nag-coal sila. So they're using their coal now and they're 3 times bigger than us. Nakakahiya, nakakainis. Bangladesh, who we used to laugh at before, this year will open 1,200 megawatts. Next year, another 1,200 megawatts of nuclear. That's 4 BNPPs. We used to be ahead in Southeast Asia. Turkey, 1,200 megawatts. That's 8 BNPPs. Egypt, who we used to laugh at before, 8 BNPPs. When will we wake up? We were the first in Southeast Asia. If we had gone nuclear here, the entire Southeast Asia would have gone nuclear. We would not have been so responsible for global warming and climate change because what we were going to use to generate power would have been so clean. Instead, we're burning fossil fuel. For those environmentalists here, that's the elephant in the room.